Now serving. Cheers.
Cheers.
A different time.
Yep.
Mid-season break. Today we've gone through this journey, hey, and I just think we take a pause and just reflect back on where we both started.
Yes.
Where did you start? Where was your first alcoholic drink? Let's get there.
Let's not go
Cheers.
first alcoholic drink because that's a story that we cannot tell. Let's start with first wine.
First alcoholic drink. When was your first alcoholic drink?
For camera purposes and recording purposes, I'm going to say 18, and I was out of school in university doing the things that university students do.
We know
Drinking
she wasn't.
vodka and Smirnoff Spin, mixing everything and anything under the sun.
My first drink, someone spiked me. That's what happened.
Oh no.
And it was mainstay in orange juice. So you could never tell. Have you ever had mainstay in orange juice?
No, but now I
You
want
could
to.
never tell that it's in the orange juice. And that's what happened. That was my first.
That's traumatizing. And you kept
And I was
drinking
probably
of
under
that.
18 too.
Oh,
Definitely I was.
but you decided to pick it up again and just put yourself out
No,
there.
it was horrible. I had a headache and I think I started drinking after that maybe 4 years later.
I think that is a topic for another day because we should definitely touch on that. Sometimes I think that it's only girls where the drinks get spiked, but I feel like something went wrong the other night. But we will tap into
I
that.
don't think they spiked my. Maybe
Maybe
someone
not in-
spiked the punch.
Yes,
I don't
maybe
even
not
know. All I know is someone said
intentionally.
to me, "Here's orange juice."
I must say that I enjoyed Fish Eagle and Red Bull back then. I know. In retrospect, I am happy to be alive and tell the tale because those are the things that you just don't mix. Well, especially not at 30.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Wine-wise, these are my babies.
Is
Well,
thi-
not them specifically,
Okay,
but Four Cousins Rosé.
is where you started.
Yeah. Four Cousins Rosé and Droste Hof Adelpracht. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna try and say that.
Don't say Droste Hof and don't say
I'm
Adelpracht.
not embarrass myself and say that. Say it slowly. For them, not me.
Droste Hof and Adelpracht. Guys, if you don't know Adelpracht and you don't know Four Cousins Rosé, did you even start drinking? Like where? What happened?
I think. Well, for some people, everything is you start drinking by digging into someone's collection in the house. So,
How
if
do you
if-
dig when your parents are both converted and you only can dig as far as juice?
Okay, so that's in your case. I think for most people, I mean, it's like you go to that one uncle's house and you know you have to house sit and you open the cupboard and ooh, there he is. He got a Shivers,
You
a
were
Bells.
so lucky. You were so lucky.
This is different. Someone else's story. It's a Shivers, a Bells, or something. I think my first whiskey actually. Someone just said to me, "Have a whiskey," and I was like, "Wow, okay." That seems because everyone's always saying whiskey
How
is a
old
spirit.
were you?
Then I was in my 20s.
Oh.
I'm over 30, guys. Don't worry. We're not getting to age right
No.
now. And I think it was so pleasant. It was such a good whiskey. It was so pleasant. I was convinced whiskey was the stuff, right? And then when I went to someone else's place and they had Johnny Walker Red.
Oh wow.
Sorry, I'm name
we
dropping. Johnny Walker Red, and it was trash.
I know.
It was horrible.
Is that like the bottom of the Johnny
Of the
Walker?
Johnny
Okay.
Walkers. And
For
that
just for
was
reference.
so horrible. It was,
So you elevated your palate at that level from your uncle's cellar.
But not even. I don't even think it's about It's about elevating the palate. It's just if I'm going Johnny Walker, black.
Okay.
I have no idea what happens with the red. But then again, someone told me, hey, and you're learning every time you meet new people.
Yeah.
Someone was like, Johnny Walker Red is for cocktails. In a later episode, I think we have to explore this cocktail.
Can we journey with Johnny? I feel like we should.
Don't give out all the secrets.
I feel like Johnny should be walking with us.
Cool.
Okay, so me.
let's get back to Four Cousins.
Yeah.
So you and Four Cousins.
So I still enjoy Four Cousins. Don't get me wrong. Just because I started with rosé and I don't frequently drink rosé anymore because it's just a bit too sweet for my palate. But add it to a cocktail, add it to a fizz. Like, guys, if it's the last drink on earth, I'm drinking it.
What's a fizz?
Like when you make your own frost, what do they call it? Those frozen margarita type of things. You can do that with.
Okay. Whiskey drinks is same thing.
What I enjoy about my journey with Four Cousins is I feel like you were saying with the Johnny Red, you started and you left and you've moved on, and you've like. And that's the same thing I've done with Four Cousins. One of the things I love about the brand itself is that they've evolved. So they still cater for the rosé. They've got whiskey, they've got ciders, they've got beers, they've got everything. And I think if there's anything, I don't think you cannot find something from the Cousins that you don't like. That there's something definitely for everybody. Go, please. I would love to hear your thoughts.
I haven't found anything that really hit the spot.
You don't drink a lot of wine, and they've got a massive wine collection.
And they have a whiskey collection too.
They've also the Scottish cousin. Yes, I've tried that, and it's from Scotland.
I'll pass on the Cousins.
Okay.
First.
Then that just means that there's more for me.
I'll pass. But however, having the Chardonnay right now definitely feels winterish. Definitely not chilled. I'd have it nice as is, room temperature.
Yeah.
And I'm not hyping them up, eh? Like, let's not get it twisted.
No, you wouldn't hype them up even if I.
Like I said, guys, I'm not an influencer, so don't send me anything and expect me to say something good.
He would not hype it up even if I asked him to. So that's why I opened the white, because I felt like the red was just gonna be too much for you as a starter. So the Chardonnay, very easy drinking, and it's great value for money. So and it's a every night kind of wine. Like we're opening it now. It is 6:30. We just came from work. We are done. We are exhausted.
Yeah, we're done from work, definitely.
And this is just going down so well.
Smooth.
I actually want to eat with it. Like, it's making me hungry. Not because I was hungry, but the way, like, the acidity.
What are you getting?
I don't know. Do I feel for curry, or do I just want something creamy? Oh, you want food-wise, nose-wise?
Yeah, I'm saying, what are you? I'm saying, what are you gonna pair it with if you're gonna eat?
Oh, I would definitely do like a mild type of curry now.
So they want to know your journey. So the feedback has been people want to know your journey. So what became the point? Because there's a lot of content out there. There's a lot of influencers. I know you don't consider yourself an influencer. But people follow, people ask questions, people, you've gone out and turned your passion into a very deep, like it could become your second career.
It probably should.
What was the first step that says, I'm not just drinking wine anymore. This is actually something that I want to invest some time in, I want to learn, and I actually want to get better at understanding.
So, okay, the turning point for me was, I think growing up in the Cape Flats, there isn't a lot of good examples of enjoying wine. And I speak from my own experience, I cannot speak for others. And so I've never seen people of color enjoying wine, sitting laughing on a poster, in a magazine. Marketing. So it was for marketing. But then I wanted to be that person. I wanted to showcase responsible drinking, and that we live in the beautiful Cape Town. And if you're not from here, I feel sorry for you, basically.
Wow.
I know, come visit. But I wanted to showcase people of color going out and enjoying wine, whiskey at the source, because we are at the footsteps of it. And if it took me drinking every weekend and going out there and doing the hard work, then that's what I had to do. That's a joke. But yeah, okay. I wanted to see people like me enjoying representation, but also being responsible, because I don't want to see people. I mean, I know people are in the vineyards. Yes, they are winemakers. They are doing everything, but I want good representation. I don't just want the ugly. And
like traditional movies where the stereotypes are just
colored people are picking grapes. Colored people are donkeys. Basically.
So definitely something from marketing there. Like I'm saying, guys, we're always learning on this show, and I mean, just hearing that story in that way, you kind of understand that marketing plays a big part within any sector, any industry, and I think it's the tide kind of turned a little bit, but I also think someone said this to me the other day. They were like, inclusion works in advertising, but in the real world, it doesn't, because every poster's got a black-looking dude, a curly-haired baby, and a light-skinned girl.
And now it's just becoming,
and that's every ad. But it's such like, is that really it?
Yeah.
You know, is that what it actually looks like?
Behind it, I must say, from where we're coming, I think there's a lot of work that can be done.
But don't you think like?
But it's overdone.
You should just have an ad that says, if this is in your neighborhood, it's showing someone from that neighborhood.
Yeah.
For, again, like you're saying, so that those ones coming up are kind of looking and be like, I could do this too.
Yeah, and show it in the most authentic way.
Exactly.
Because where do you find most of the whiskey consumers? You're not going to find them alone in a fireplace. No, I mean, I cannot speak on behalf, but from what I've seen from the whiskey drinkers, I know where they congregate, and it's not the places that are advertised. So yeah, I think that is where I started, and
so that inspired you.
That inspired me, and that's why I kept the niche pretty much wine content only. I don't want to steer away from it. I don't want to be all over the place. No, I do dabble in those.
No whiskey.
Drinks, but I feel like I need to learn. Like, I've basically gone on a few courses in wine. I prefer the financial, the money-making part, and what goes into the bottle, as opposed to a palate experience. I think from the content that I create, it's very seldomly that I will tell people, oh, you get apples. No, it's like, you can get whatever you want to get. I'm not here to tell you what to get on your nose, on your palate. But I do want you to know about it and know where to find it and be aware that it's out there, so that you're not left in the dark.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, people.
We appreciate you for that, definitely. So now you got into it. You know, one thing we were talking about was support. So, especially when you're starting off doing something, support is a big thing. Support is and
I feel like this can get ugly.
You might have to put out some people on the spot. Because support in chasing your dream and alcohol. First of all, it's alcohol. Family. Let's talk family. What did the family say when they were like, wait a minute?
So you're drinking
Are you drinking every day? And I get that every time. People ask me, do you drink every day? And I'm like...
I actually got that this morning. They were like, are you okay? Like, do you drink every day? And then I'm like, today I'm actually drinking water. But I mean, they changed.
At the end of the day.
I think with my family, I must say they were very supportive. What I do try to do is separate my own family from the passion, because it's my passion, it's not their passion. And so my husband and my child, yes, they go everywhere, they do most of the things with me, but it's not something that they chose to do. Yeah. So I don't feel the need to basically include them on everything. And I know people sometimes ask, oh, like maybe it might look like I'm living a single life, or I'm not. My husband and my child, I promise you, they are there behind the
sliding
scenes.
In the DMs.
They are there. Sometimes they're taking the photos. Sometimes they are the content creators. So the support has been tremendous. I do find that it's not just, you don't just need the support of your family and friends, but it's also industry giants. And I use this term so frequently and I forgot it. If people feel that the gatekeepers of a certain industry, whether it be whiskey, wine, whether it be your job at wherever you work, if there are going to be people that are going to constantly gatekeep, that almost it prevents us from evolving and breaking the barriers that are holding us back from actually expanding the thing. And I feel, and this is my opinion, that in the wine industry there are so many more barriers to break, and as many people they are that are open to the idea of, yes, we need more people of color, yes, we need representation, yes, and then we get there and then it's
wait
like,
a minute,
what do you even know about wine? Like, do you even know grapes grow on trees, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it will be all these little
grapes grow in plants.
I know, but I'm saying this is the type of thing.
Do trees or plants?
It's vineyards, it's a plant.
Just basically.
Anyway, you see, this is the typical, do you even know?
You know,
instead of educating
someone because you want to learn, and extended family, because there's always the aunts and the uncles that are the ones. They're the ones who are just like,
you are
hey,
trying to be messy like Oprah, and I'm not gonna do that.
Your daughter's out here drinking every day. Your wife's out here drinking every day. What are you doing to her?
They said, what? I do not bother myself with those type of comments. No, when you're chasing a dream, people, you cannot be deterred by the noise in the background. You have to stay focused.
It's a real thing, though. It's a real thing. Dream, as a dream chaser, there's always dream killers.
They are.
And most of them is family. Family comes up and says, well, you're drinking way too much, before understanding that.
You know what my family prays for me? Whenever I pick up a glass, pick up a bottle, my aunts, my mom, they're right there. They're like,
here's to your kidneys and your livers.
They are constantly lifting me up in prayer, and I'm so grateful for that. But the dream killers, the holder backers, the people that are not supporting, and then they see you doing good, and they're like, oh, but that's my friend.
Bandwagoners.
So those are the words, yeah. So there are of those, but I must say not many. I find that I surround myself with people that share the same energy, and so I would probably cut you off before you would even think of cutting me off.
And talking about gatekeepers, this may be a tough one, but this.
You want me to name the gatekeepers? Because I can't.
No. I don't want to name anyone. So technically, when you get to a place where, people look at you like an influencer, you may not feel you're not an influencer, but people are just like, oh yeah, she's an influencer. You can't take away what people are going to label you, right?
That's their perception.
But as a person who's now in that kind of place where you have a conversation and people listen to you, people be like, oh, trust her, she knows what she's talking about. Are you mentoring someone? Someone knocking at your door and they want to get mentored. What's your response?
I always tell people whenever they approach me and ask me, how did I get into this? What did you do? Most people actually ask, how do you get people to send you wine? And I'm like, dude, it doesn't just happen like that. Also, nobody sends wine for free. There's content that needs to be created.
Yes.
But be yourself. Oh my God, I cannot stretch this enough. Is it stretch or stress?
Stress.
It's stress. I cannot stress or stretch it enough. Just be yourself.
Rubber band.
Damn, people, be yourself. Do not try to be me. I'm already taken and I'm messing it up good and well. Don't try to be G, because there can only be one G.
On the real G.
On the real G. And if you're not the real, then if you become somebody else, you try to mimic somebody else, you are taking away from your own gift and what you can use to elevate yourself in whatever the industry is, whether it's influencing, wine, work. Your gift is being you, and so that's the first thing you do when you start out. I think I'm speaking under correction, and you can tell me if I'm wrong, but I think people are drawn to me because I'm myself, and I hope that when you speak to me in person and you listen to me speak here, I'm exactly the same person, and you can choose whether you like me or not afterwards.
Right.
But it's
and something you just touched on right now is key. When picking something that you're passionate about is easily noticeable. That's, she joined the team because we realized there's a lot of wine. There's a lot of people doing wine.
Everybody's doing wine.
But very few passionately, And you can see the passion because you kind of specialize in something. When you do everything, you're easily replaceable. But when you specialize, the work comes to you. And I've seen influencers bounce from gin, makeup, hair, and you're like, okay, clearly I'm not the target market because one day you're doing what I like, next day you're doing what I don't. What I have to do with makeup, it's not my thing. I know guys that do makeup, I know guys that do their nails, but it's not me. I'm not the target market. Unfollow, do this. So it's just important, guys. Just when you find your passion, is dig into it.
Be the best at it that you can possibly be
before you move on to the next thing. That's always the most important thing. Where are you going with it? We know you are now serving.
Yes.
We know you are now serving. We know you've got aspirations. And even off camera, she hasn't told me. Where are you going with this?
Because there are dreams. Because
you have a day job. And wine is going well, you're passionate about it, we see you growing, but where are you going with it?
I feel if anything, I would like to bring my day job together with wine. So I would like to do wine consultancy first and help smaller brands, more particularly, young people, startups. I think that there's such a great opportunity for entrepreneurs and not just influencing entrepreneurs. With every bottle of wine, there's so much craft that goes in there. It's not just about the content inside the bottle. This is marketing. There's designing. There's a whole host of jobs that is waiting to shipping. So if anything, I would want to be part of that. And that's why I told you in the beginning, my passion doesn't really stem from the liquid. It's more about the money-making side. Many of you might not know that the wine industry is not the they're not the richest people. They don't make a whole host of money. It looks gorgeous from the outside, but they are grinding and basically dying. The land is good. Like, owning land is one thing. Yeah. Keeping the land, generating profits from the land
is another thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Getting people to buy your wine.
Getting people to buy. That is where I think my passion lies. So if anything, I would want to equip myself and get as much knowledge in that segments before. And then hopefully one day when I'm in my early 50s and my lotto money finally comes through, I can own a small little vineyard and make craft wine.
You have to play it to be in it.
You have to, and you have to say it out loud.
Are you playing lotto? You're talking about lotto. You can't just say it out loud. You have to be playing it.
I do. And now I'm manifesting it tonight, and I'm manifesting people want to...
Them numbers don't care about that.
They don't.
So don't go out playing lotto, guys. Don't listen to it.
Don't play lotto.
Don't do it with your own money. Passive income.
If you win 5 rand like I normally do, you play the same time.
Send it back. Send it right back.
No,
I'm bad. I have bad luck, so I don't play all these games.
I actually have equally bad luck, but I was going to say that I believe in working hard. I think that sometimes I actually need to remind myself that not everything has to be this hard. But it's just, I feel like I don't deserve it if I didn't almost work for it. So
appreciate it.
And that's why I take everything I do so seriously. And so, because it's my fingerprint that's on these. When I say something, when I do something, when I put something out, it's out there on the internet. I cannot take it back. And so I would want to.
So just to close off, guys, don't hold back on inviting me to something. I'll come and have a conversation with you. Someone didn't want to invite me to something because they said that I drink bougie whiskey. No, guys. She started right there.
He does not
She started right there.
He does drink bougie whiskey, but he's open to change.
Yeah, no, I'm always learning. I'll come and learn and drink whatever you drink.
And that's the thing. When people
just don't hold off on inviting me. Come on.
When people ask why
I literally wasn't invited.
Every day, do we drink every day? How are we gonna know what we don't like if we don't taste the stuff?
Okay, I don't drink every day though, but okay.
No, but I wanted to add that the only way you learn is when you learn what
participation.
Participation.
Yeah.
And it's easy to say what you dislike.
Yes.
But when people ask you what you do like, guys, do not struggle. I get tired when I ask people, okay, so what do you like? And can't even.
My perfect trick is always asking couples. Like, just ask your partner, what do you like about me? If they say everything, there you go. Because it's easy to say everything.
Yeah.
It's hard to say, that little thing you do when you're in the kitchen and you there you go.
On the same topic though, it's easy to say what they dislike. Like I can off the bat tell you 5 things I dislike about you. But ask me 5 things that I actually like about you, it's difficult. So memorize the 5
Talking about that, okay.
No, guys, until next time.
Now, serving people, next episode, things are going to be getting interesting and a lot of participation. We got some giveaways coming up soon. It's not, it's from us to you. Like I said, we're not influencers. We're just out here learning as we're going, and we appreciate the support. Drop them questions.
Yes.
She's got all the answers. I go back and Google them. Or call someone. I call someone on the
comment, subscribe, share with your friends, tag them in the post.
Share.
And,
Share,
because the more you share, we will become sharers too.
Share your wine with me.
Until next time.
Me. Don't invite her. Me.
Bye. Cheers.